All right, welcome back, everyone. We're going into the chapter two for project management, which is organization strategy and project selections. Okay. All right, where are we now? We are at the chapter two, which is strategy. The first thing after the introductions of the project management, we're gonna arrange the strategy. Okay. There are quite a number of objectives we're gonna do here. There's about 9 of them. Explain why the project may understand their organization strategy. Identify the significant role of a project, contribute to strategic direction of managed organization. For example, when I was with Travels Canada as well as Intac, the strategy is to roll out the IFRS 17, which is a strategy to comply with the regulations. So that's the, excuse me, basically that's the project that has a significant activities. Number two, identify the significant role of project contribute to the strategic direction of negotiations. So at the time, the project was one of the most crucial one because it's regulatory. This is so it's now has the number one priority. Number three, understand the need of project priority system. So you have to know that the project priority, whether it's good, bad, the top, the medium, or the lower side. Number four, decision among the three kind of projects. Number five, uh, number Number five, which is describe the phase gate model applies to project management. Number six, apply the financial as well as the non-financial criteria of the projects. Number seven, how understand how the multi criteria of the models that can be used to select a project. Number eight, apply an objective priority system. And number nine, understand the need to manage the project portfolio. This is the chapter I outline. Okay, from 1 to 8. Why project managers used to understand strategy, strategic management process and overview, the need for project priority system, the need for project classification, phase gate models, selection criteria. Number 6, applying the selection model and managing the portfolio system. Okay, why project managers need to understand the strategy? That's the key part. That's one of the most important part of the project so they can make appropriate decision and adjustment. That's the key part. You need to make appropriate adjustment and decision in this particular project. Okay, guys? All right, let me just make sure everything's there. All right, so that, and then number two, they can effectively be effective project advocates. So they have to be able to demonstrate to the senior in terms of the, let me just let's make sure everything's good. My apologies for that one. Okay, make sure everything's there. A project effort, they have to be able to demonstrate to senior management how they project contributes to the missions in order to garner their continued support. Okay, explain to stakeholders that project objective and priority are critical in order to secure buy-in, contentious trade-off decisions. And of course, explain the project is important to motivate and empower the project team. Okay, that's the key part. Why the project need to understand the strategy. At the time I was involved, is the key part of the project is to understand. The IFR project is one of the key factors of regulatory compliance. Number two, strategic management process and overview. What is strategic management defined? It's a process assessing what we are in deciding and implementing what we intend to be and how we are going to get there. It's continuous iterative process aimed at developing and integrating the coordinated long-term plan of actions. It requires strong link among missions, goal, objective, strategy, and implementations. There are two major dimensions in strategic management. Respond to changes in external environment and allocate the firm's resources to improve its competitive positions. Number two, internal responses to new actions program aid at enhancing the competitive position of the firm. There are four activities of the strategic management process. What are the things? These are the sequence in terms of activities. Okay. Number one, review and define the organizational missions. The mission is what want to become. Mission statement, identify the scope of the organization in terms of its product and services. Number two, analyze and formulate strategies. Following strategies answer the question of what needs to be done on each objective. Strategy formulation include determining and evaluating alternatives that support the organization objective and selecting the best alternative. Number three, set the objective to achieve strategies. Objective translate in terms of specific, concrete, measurable, and terms, which is a SMART, mostly a SMART strategy. Objective answer detain where from is headed to and when it's going to get there. Number 4, implement the strategy to the project. Answer the question how strategy will be realized and given available resources. That's the key part. These key resources. Excuse me. This is the strategic management process. You have a review already. We start with the review of the missions. What are we now? What we intend to be? How are we going to get there? This is 3 steps. What are we now? What do we need to intend to be? How are we going to get there? Internal environment such as strengths and weaknesses, external threat, opportunity and threats. Okay, SWOT analysis. This is the key part. And set a strategy and objective what we want to be. And then the time when I was involved, let's say when it's a small project and I was with BMO, is called upgrading ICA. I do an ICA upgrade. So that is the key part of doing an upgrade every year that we have to do. We analyze all the SWOT first and then set up a start objective, which is upgrading the ICI fixed income system, and then do a portfolio strategy choices, and then do a strategy implementation, and do project selection, and do the project. What are the characteristics of objective? That has to be SMART. Okay, SMART is this is the standard of objectives. Specific, be specific in targeting an objective. Okay, and measurable. Establish the measurable indicators of a progress. A, assignable. Make sure the objective is assignable to a person or for completions. R, must be realistic. State what can be realistically be done with available resources. Number T, and then T, the last one, time related statement can be achieved, that is in duration. It has to be realistic. That's the key part. If it is not realistic, then it has to be revised, okay? Let's move on. 2.3, the need for a project priority system. Number 1, implement the water project without strong priority system linked to strategy create problems. Problem 1, where's the implementation gap? What is the implementation gap? It's the lack of understanding and successes of organization strategy among top and middle level managers. Excuse me. That's called the implementation gap. Problem 2, organization politics. Project selection may be based not so much on fact or sound reasoning as on the persuasiveness and power people evaluating projects. And the term sacred cow is often used in a project that a powerful high-ranking official is advocating. Okay, this is usually a project, for example, a fixed income is sponsored by a CIO at the top of the IT hierarchy. Problem 3, resource conflict and multitasking is a multi-project environment creates a problem of project interdependency and the need to share resources. The resources sharing lead to multitasking. It involves stopping work on one task and go and work on another project, then returning the work on original task. Okay. Benefits of project portfolio management. Build a discipline in project selection process, link project selection to strategic metrics, prioritize project proposal across common set of criteria, allocate resources to projects that align to strategic directions, balance risk across all projects, justify killing projects that do not support organization strategy. Okay, if it does not support the strategy, then you're going to stop that project right away. And improve communication and support agreement with the project goals. Project classification, number 4. Okay, compliance must do in terms of project. It has to be a strategic project, must be an operational project as well. Okay, number 5. Phase gate model. What is a phase gate model? It's a series of gates that project must pass through in order to be completed. Its purpose to ensure that the organization is investing time and resources on worthwhile projects that contribute to its mission and strategy. Each gate is associated with a project phase and represent a decision point. A gate can lead to 3 possible outcomes: go and proceed, kill or cancel, recycle, revise, and submit. This is a typical phase gate process diagram. Phase 1, idea, gate 1, gate 2, phase 2, proposal, phase 3, screening, gate 3, okay, and then do phase 4, implementation of a plan, go phase 5, process evaluation, and phase 6 is gate 6, which is go or kill or recycle. Okay, this is a typical project flow. Okay, from phase gate system, phase 1 to phase 6, either go or no go. Okay, for example, in my case, when I do an ICI upgrade for BMO for the last 7 years, is a go or no go. Sometimes I think for my last 7 or 8 years I was there. There's only one occasion we have to kill the project to recycle back because of the issue with the switches. In one of the I think it's about 3 or 4 switches it says forgot to be turned on, so it's create a problem in terms of migrations from the old system to new system and create a problem. So that's why we have to kill it and then return back to the old one before we go to upgrade. Okay. Selection criteria number 6. Financial criteria will be payback and NPV, net present value. That is the financial criteria. For non-financial criteria will be project of strategic importance to the firms. And then number 2, two multi-criteria selection models such as success models and multi-weighted scoring models. The payback model. The payback model measures the time a project will take to recover a project in terms of the investment. It is in terms of financial criteria, guys. Desired shorter payback is the simplest and most widely used models. Emphasize the cash flow, a key factor in business. Okay, and it has a limitation in terms of the payback period. Ignores the time value of money. Assume the cash flow for the investment and not beyond. Does not consider profitability. Payback period formula is payback period. Let me just go back. Uh, Sorry about that. I'm gonna go back to the weighted. This is the one. Yep. By accident, I clicked the button by accident. So my apology. Limitation fallback period where we are here. Ignores the time value of money. Assume the cash inflow of the investment. Does not consider profitability. So the formula with payback periods equal to estimated project cost divided by annual savings. Okay. This is a typical payback model. So how are we going to look at this here? I'm going to give you an example project using payback. Project A versus project B. Investment 700,000. Annual saving 225,000. Payback period 2.1 years. Rate of return 32.1%. Project B is 400,000. Annual saving 110. Payback period 2.6. The return 27.5%. Project A accept, project B also accept. It has exceeded 15% of desired rates. Okay, that is project A and B. Okay, do not use the time of value. That's the difference. Both projects will be accepted. This is the this is based on the payback period. These two are accepted. Then we look at the NPV, net present value concept. Use management minimum desired return to compute the net present value of net cash inflow. Prefer positive NPV to negative NPV. Desired higher positive NPV, and is more realistic because it's considered time value of money, cash flow, and profitability. The NPV formula using Microsoft Excel, this is the logic. Project NPV equal to IO plus summation N FT divided by 1 plus KT. So this is the typical NPV calculation formula. I stands for initial investment, F for net cash inflow, K for the current return, and is the number of years. Excuse me. For comparing two projects using net present value, is the exhibit 2.3 here. Requires 15%, minus 700 is 225. You got the outflow 700,000, inflow 1.125, inflow net inflow will be 225. Project A will provide is 54,000. Project B, 50% required, 400,000, inflow all 100,000, 110,000 for 5 years. Then you got 150 minus 131. So no, net project A is positive, then we got accepted. B is negative, that rejected. So that's how you're gonna calculate the net present value method. Non-financial criteria. Example of strategic updates are to capture larger market shares, to make it difficult for companies to enter market, to develop an enabler product, which is the production will increase sales and more profitable products, and to develop core technology that will be used in the next generation products, to reduce the dependency and reliability of suppliers, and to prevent government intervention, and regulations. That is for the non-financial criteria. In two multi-criteria selection model, there's checklist. Use a list of questions to review potential project, to determine the acceptance and rejections, allow greater flexibility in selection among different types of project, and and then also fail to answer the importance of value of potential project to organization and does not allow for comparison with other potential project. This is in terms of the checklist models. For multi-weighted scoring models, use several weighted selection criteria in evaluating project proposal, include quality as well as quantitative criteria, also allow for comparison with other potential projects. Checklists, these are the typical checklists, okay? We use in practice. What is the strategy? What specific organization strategy does this project align with? The driver, what is this problem that this project solve? Sponsorship, who is the project sponsor? For example, when I do a IFRS Project 17 for Intech as a, excuse me, at Travis Canada, the project sponsor will be the CFO because it's related to financial reporting. The risk, what is the impact for knowing this project? The risk also, what the risk is the project, benefit ROI, what is the value of the project, when will the project show result? In terms of objective, what are the project objectives? In terms of organic culture, is organic culture right to the type of the project? Resources, what the interest resource be available for this project? And schedule, how long will it take the project? Finance, what is the image of the project? And profit, how does the project than the current project? This is a multi-weight scoring project in terms of metrics. Project 1, 1 to end here. Stay with the core of the competition. This is the criteria. This is the weighting here. Weight here, weighting 2, 3 to 3.0. And then this is total weight here. The total weight for project 1 is 66. Project 5 is the highest weighting total. The lowest will be project 2. There's a strategic fit. There's an urgency, which is project 4, okay? There's a 25 sales of productions. This is multi-weighted metric system. Improve customer loyalty and ROI. See, this is in terms of percentage plus. Okay? Show you the idea of a matrix. In terms of application or selection model, project selection, deciding whether the project fits with the organic strategy. What are the selecting of model? Weighted scoring criteria seems to be the best alternative. Why? They reduce the number of wasteful projects using resources. They help in identifying a goal that can be communicated using selection criteria as collaboration. They help project managers to understand how the project was selected and how the project contributes to this goal and how it compares with the other project. Apply a selection model. Source and solution of project proposal within the organization. Request the RFP, which is from external and contractor and vendor, and do a ranking proposal and selection project, evaluating its proposal in terms of feasibility, rejecting and accepting project based on given selection criteria, and processing project by senior management. Proposal from automatic vehicle tracking AVL system, transportation. This is a typical project proposal from. There's a proposal number 11, sponsored with J. Moran. Project classification will be this is a typical operational site. What business problem that the project solve? Excuse me. Increase customer selection through kiosks and website for bus, streetcar, and fast. Enhance driver travel safety. That is the project solve. How does the project align with the strategy? Increase customer leadership through better passenger travel planning and scheduling decision and faster response to accident because of the tracking system. What are the major delivery using a GPS vehicle tracking system, internet access, schedule script? What is the impact of delivery? Not meeting ridership goal, the impact. Okay, what are the three major risks for the project? Cost overrun, hacking system, integration of fast rail and bus streetcar system. How you will measure the success? Increase ridership, customer satisfaction, and meeting budget schedule. Will the project require internal resource? Yes, of course. Is it available? Yes or no. What is the cost of the project? Let's say 10 million for this project. How long will it take? 22 weeks. Accept signature. This is a typical AVL transportation project for, let's say, TTC. Okay. There's another project. Risk analysis for 500-acre wind farm. To draw attention, the purpose to draw attention, apparent project risks that will need management attention. What are the four major risks? Government incentive, land use injunctions, energy price decrease, as well as new import tax. Okay. Rank above the project impact chart below, high, medium, or low. Government incentive curtail, high. Land use injunctions, medium. Energy price decrease, medium. New import tax will be low. This is other impacts, detail. Give you check other project in terms of risk factor, such as complexity will be average, resource skill will be good, technology bill will be average. So reviewed by ratio. Okay. There's another one, project screening process, either reject or not. Proposal here. Priority team evaluate the proposal. If it is reject, hence go different way. Return for more information. Okay, pursue. If it is pursue, go all the way. Reject is go all the way. That's project management staff and design the flow implementation plan. Go define implementation. Priority team evaluate proposal with implementation plan. If this is good, then go straight accept. And project charter issue, this are assigned. If this not go, then go to reject. If this asks for detailed information, this go return for information. Hold for resources. This is where the start of project initiated. This is typical project screening process from proposal. That's step 1, 2, 3, 4. Detail plan, evaluation, chartered issue, and assign. See, project initiated. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth step there. Project screening analysis. Example here. Must objective. All activities meet current legal and safety environment standard. Yes or no? Only product will have complete market analysis. Yes or no? Yes. And then you have an objective here. What is the objective? Is this respond? Importance. Create 5 million new sales. Improve external customer service. In terms of 1666. Total weighted scores. So priority screening list. This is a typical given of the chart of the table that you have to complete. Okay. Let's go back to the system again. 2.8. Managing the portfolio system. A senior management input provides guidance in establishing selection criteria that strongly align with the current organization strategies. And will decide how to balance the available organization resources and people capital among the different types of the project. Government team responsibly publish the priority of every project, ensure the selection process is open and free power politics, evaluate the process of current projects, constantly scan the internal environment to determine if the focus on second need to be changed. Excuse me. These are the balancing portfolio analysis for the list of type of project, such as David and Jim studied R&D organization and developed a classification scheme that could be used for assessing project portfolio. They are separate project in terms of degrees of difficulties, commercial value. Okay. There are four basic types of project that are bread and butter, which is involved influence improvement of the current product and services. Pearl represent the revolutionary commercial advances using proven technology. Oyster involve technology breakthrough with tremendous commercial potential, and white elephant show the promise at one time but are no longer viable. Okay, there are a number of key terms that you need to know. Okay, let's go back to the key terms. Implementation gap, NPV, organization politics, payback, phase gate models, priority system, priority team, project portfolio, project sponsor, sacred co, and strategic management. These are the key terms for this particular chapter that you need to know. Okay, let's look at this again. This is owned by McGraw-Hill in terms of the copyright. Okay, so I will post this in the YouTube as well as Puzzles. You can review this. Okay, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoy the video.